The whole point of munition-grade armour is that it can be worn with minimal assistance from others, or foregoing assistance entirely. As such, shoulder protection comes with obstacles to overcome, as large pauldrons are almost impossible to attach yourself due to the lacing points on top of the shoulders, which are inaccessible to the wearer. You surely want to be protected on the battlefield, however, so there are other options to discover. The next step down would be a demi-pauldron or spaulders, which are generally smaller and allow for more movement in trade for less protection than what pauldrons can provide. Generally, large pauldrons are more common for mounted combat, as this was often carried out using couch lancers, therefore not a terrific amount of movement was required, and smaller spaulders were reserved for dismounted units who tended to need more mobility in their arms for swinging their weapon and using it to parry. Despite this, most spauldar configurations still required top laces to be done, followed by a buckle and strap around the inside of the armpit. More doable for a solo soldier, but still not typically ideal. The goal for my Handcannonier kit is to have a tidy balance of protection, lightness, mobility, and above all, easy to wear. The common career soldier generally did not have servants of any measure to don their armour for them, so they often made certain sacrifices in all-round protection for the sake of being able to get as fully kitted up as they could on their own, ready for muster. It is due to this reason that I have decided to go with spauldar plates for my Handcannonier kit. This is arguably the most simple configuration of shoulder armour for the 15th century, as it consists of only a simple plate for each shoulder, which includes no articulation. Not only that, but these plates contain two small holes in the centre so that they may be tied to the male standard or sleeve underneath and left attached even when the wearer removes the male garment. So in theory they should only need to be tied on once, and they should stay in position on the male garment for each subsequent use. During the War of the Roses, gunners were very much still an artillery unit, but as I explained in previous videos, they were also encouraged to take part in melee combat and wear the appropriate amount of protection in preparation for this eventuality. I made these out of 2mm mild steel, and I can vouch that, after finishing them, they weigh barely anything and you do not feel them on your shoulders. There is no escaping the fact that they only provide a finite amount of protection, however there would generally be at least one layer of mail underneath from the standard, and possibly two depending on the configuration of mail voiders or the mail shirt underneath. As such, for a gunner who may or may not experience a portion of melee combat during a typical battle, I felt well equipped for any challenges that may come my way. A little spoiler to my future episodes of the Handcannonier series, you will see a number of round rondels being used, following the aesthetic of my salle. However, I decided to go with something a little more decorative for the spaulders. As you can see, these plates feature cutouts which I then filed into petal designs, which adds a little stylistic flair to the object, and gives it a bit more character without sacrificing any degree of protection. Finally, I chose to brass brush the spauldar plates so they look a little bit more ornate, and captures the eye of the audience at reenactment festivals. I explain why my career soldier's kit has some very fancy elements in previous videos, so do be sure to check those out and learn more about this project as it unfolds.